Ta-da! What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Shadow King, and I'm here with a nice little panel tonight. It's the episode of Under the Mask, Wrestling Edition. And who am I here with? Let's start this way. Here you go.
Well, it's all different on our screens, probably. But what is up, everyone? As always, I am Nick, aka Casually Cosplaying.
I think that's me. Mind blown FX in the building.
Oh, yeah, by process of elimination, it would be me. Hi, yeah, no, there. Show Guy Joe, currently eating.
Yeah, no, I ate before this. So we're here. It's another episode of Under the Mask. We are talking about what happened this weekend at Chamber, the Elimination Chamber 2026. Wow, a lot of interesting things happened. Some predictable things, but some unpredictable things, and that's one of the big things we want to talk about. Is like Triple H changing stuff up to not be predictable. But let's just go ahead and hop right into it.
Not just him changing things to be unpredictable, but also changing things because of injuries.
This is also true. Nick, if you want to go ahead and read the cards off, I will share us to we are live.
So to start off, obviously we had the Women's Rumble, which let me just pull up. The Women's Chamber. I'm gonna keep doing that, I feel like. But this year's Women's Chamber was Rhea Ripley, Asuka, Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss. We also had Raquel Rodriguez, and she's newer. Is it Kalani Jordan?
No. That was Kiana James.
Thank you. I'm confusing the two of them.
Kalani would have been good though. Just putting it out there.
But yes, Kiana James. Those are the six, and it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. After that, we had Becky versus AJ Lee for the women's intercontinental belt. After that, we had CM Punk versus Finn Balor, Mr. Balor Club himself, for the WWE champion, World Heavyweight Championship. And then we had a big reveal of what's in the crate, what's in the box. And then finally, we had the Men's Chamber, which was Cody Rhodes, Whoop That Trick Willie, Randy Orton. God, I'm trying to do it off of memory now. LA Knight, and the last person replaced Logan Paul. Oh, and also, I'm sorry. No, I was missing somebody. It's also the young OG himself, Javon Evans.
Javon Williams. Terrible.
They're not related. That's racist.
But yes, that was the entire match lineup.
Good read. Before we get into the actual cards, I want to give a quote from CM Punk regarding the Chamber. And I mentioned it while we were all watching it on Saturday. He mentioned that he feels like the structure of the Chamber should have been changed a bit. Not the actual structure of the Chamber that's being built, but the show itself. Obviously, it's almost as similar like the Rumble. We start off with the Women's Chamber to open up the show, 2 matches or 3 matches in between, and then you got the Men's Chamber to end it. Punk stated that he feels like it should have been switched up, opening the show with his title match against Finn, then the women's, then Becky and AJ Lee, and then end with the men's. Knowing what we all know now and how the show had progressed, do you think that would have been the right call? Talk to me, guys.
I think it would have given. I think it would have given a lot of. I don't know, because you're still going to get the same results either way. It just, in terms of like spectacle, starting with Punk would have set the tone, which was a good match. I really enjoyed that match. And then after that, you said having the women's chamber?
Yeah.
I could see that. And then you have AJ, and that would have been a huge, like, all over the place because obviously there were things that happened. And then finally the men's, which was just all over the place. So yeah, I mean, I think it wouldn't really change much, but like if you're telling me like without knowing obviously now the results, it would have been fun to watch either way. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't think it really would have made a difference to me. Whenever you have Chamber or Rumble or Survivor Series, those specific match types that we have to have two of because there's men and women. I feel like opening the show with one and then closing the show with other is a good symmetry. I did read, however, that Alexa Bliss worked a meet and greet the night before, and she also eliminated first so she can get home to her child.
No.
Now, I don't know if that is why, but I read that is why she was the first one to go out. So maybe if you tie that in to how the matches are displayed, maybe that's why. But me personally, I don't really see a difference, especially when it's the specific match type that's got to be duplicated.
I thought I saw something that her husband and her, I think it's daughter, I want to say it's daughter, were there watching the match because I thought I saw a video of him, which we keep saying him, or I keep saying him, is Ryan Cabrera. I mean, the man's a rock star. But there's a video of him going like, oh, look, there's mommy. And so, like, yeah. I mean, they were there. So I don't know if that's just let's get the kid to bed early or something. Joe, any thoughts?
I mean, if so, CM Punk says he wanted to go on first
to kick it off, I guess.
Not even him, just like putting a high caliber match first, and then the women's change. Basically, he just wanted to change up the format, pretty much.
I wonder if does that take away, like, if you don't know the results, does that take away the meaning behind a win or a loss? Because, like, obviously his match with Roman at WrestleMania has been set. We don't know if he's going to win or lose this match unless you work for WWE. So, like, knowing he's going to go first, do you look at that and go, oh, he's winning, we don't have anything to worry about?
Okay, I do kind of see that a little bit.
Are we talking about for the sake of displaying a champions match? Or are we talking specifically about CM Punk?
That's what I'm thinking, Balor? At least.
Okay.
I'm talking about specifically a championship match.
Oh, yeah, I can see that, starting with the title. I agree with that. I was going to say Punk versus Balor is straight anime filler, so it doesn't really matter where it happens.
True.
It's Naruto goes to the beach.
Oh, my God. It's a good analogy. It really is. And, I in that regard, I do kind of feel bad for Balor. But, I mean, he's getting more TV time. He's getting PLE, solo PLE. Like, No Judgment Day came out at all. So I definitely feel like, this is part of his push. Whether his push will really start after Mania. Because, obviously, they want to do something with him. Something is there. Whether it's
those Balor fans, they'd be taking that copium for years now.
Something with Balor is coming. This is not the end. Him losing is not the end.
Something is coming with Balor. More than anything, it's the start. It's the start of him leaving Judgment Day, in my opinion.
After Mania, I believe, is when his start's really going to come and kick it off. So, that being said, thank you for answering the question. Now, let's go ahead and hop in.
That's my answer.
Oh, sorry, Joe.
Anyways, as I was trying to say, Phil may have wanted to go out and do some things in Chicago since that's his hometown. Maybe he wanted to go on first, just roam around, wait till the wife's done, maybe give Balor that opening match push. You just never know. Not that Balor needs to push, but, he's just kind of at the moment stuck in facing the crowd mode because he can't do half of his personas because he's been in Judgment Day for so long that he just kind of molds in with the rest of the group. And at this point, if you're not, which one is the blonde? Which is the small blonde that's technically running it now?
Liv.
Morgan.
If you're not Liv or Dom, no one really gives a shit at this moment.
Good
like
point.
that's how bad this. That's how long this is carried on. Like even Dom has gone over to AAA just because I feel like he knows he'll make a bigger name for himself over there, which he will. Like that man is
He already has.
fantastic at what he does. Like he's doing great. He at this point, I honestly don't even think he needs the WWE anymore. He can just go to AAA and just live out his career there for as long as he wants and just comes back to WWE whenever he feels like it. Finn's been in that weird state of ever since he lost the title the first time. He just like can't get back up to where he was. And doing great in Judgment Day, but like again, that stable's been going on longer than it needs to be. It's almost like
It went through how many regimes? It's like
It's all
Rhea, Rhea
was
and
gonna
Edge,
say,
and then
this is
Rhea
almost
and
the point where the
Damian.
Nation of Domination needed Owen Hart just for goofiness, just so we could have that laugh factor because DX was tearing things up. Because that went on longer. Well, maybe not as long as it should. That was actually a really good faction until Owen Hart showed up, and then it just kind of went to comedy shtick that was unnecessary. But like, plus, I could also just see Phil just like, all right, I've had my match. I'm gonna go grab a beer and chill in the back. Talk to the boys, see how Jericho's doing because he's back there. Was that ever proven that he was back there?
No, someone said that like they saw him in Chicago, but from my understanding, his contract with AEW is frozen because of I think it was just either he had prior engagements, which my guess would be Fozzy. His band touring, as well as probably injury and stuff. So they froze his contract. So although it ended in the end of 2025, that's why he's still listed on the AEW roster, is because it's frozen. We have no idea when it's going to end, but it's most likely sometime this year. So my guess, like we talked on Saturday, he'll show up maybe Monday Night Raw after Mania.
The other thing that I can say about that is wrestlers from all companies are always backstage at each other's events almost at all times. So him being seen in Chicago doesn't necessarily mean he was going to be there to do anything. But I guarantee you, Punk probably also wanted to go first because he wanted to just get the job done and go out of the way. And then just chill with hometown friends, and probably just roam hometown until it was time to like.
We had a frozen Joe for a sec. But overall, Joe, do you think like changing the layout of the chamber, whatever match goes first, second, third, fourth, do you think that would have changed anything?
No, not at all. Like,
okay,
the only thing would have changed is the parking
situation. Okay, so then after that, I mean, I think maybe let's just go based off of. Let's jump into the cards, talk about the winners, talk about eliminations, and we'll go in order, I guess, of the show.
All right. So, Women's Chamber, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss. You got Kiana James, Tiffany Stratton, Asuka, and Big Mommy Cool, Raquel Rodriguez, who, honestly, to me,
she was one of the two MVPs of that match.
Like she and I'm glad they put her in last. So first in, obviously, we had Kiana and I believe Tiffany kicking it off, right?
Mm-hmm. And Kiana, and my thought process is Kiana and Raquel were the two MVPs of that match.
Agreed. Because she's the first half. Kiana was doing her thing. It
was a huge push for her too to like take out as many people as she did, specifically even the first elimination of, unfortunately, Alexa Bliss. which was just a roll up. But either way, that shows that they're trying to push her, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's been doing great work with Julia, but I definitely think, if not tag team, then definitely a singles push is coming. Probably, knowing how they work with her character, especially what they did in NXT, a business betrayal, or like a reneging on the business deal, and then giving her the U.S. title, that might be a decent push. But I don't think it's going to happen right now, because what they're trying to do is possible setup for Julia and Io at Mania, but that's just speculation for right now. But I do think they're going to give Kiana a nice solid push soon, because they have been featuring her a lot more. That being said, it gets down to the final wire, which we thought it was going to be two big powerhouses, Big Mommy Cool versus Rhea. But
I was
end up
actually kind of pushing for Alexa to win it all, but that's just because I wanted to see something different.
True. But we, and in kind of a predictable fashion, it came down to Rhea and Tiffany, and Tiffany winning would have been a rematch with her and Jade. So, and
Makes
obviously
sense
everyone kind of wants to see Rhea versus Jade. That's a 5-star match, or a big money making match. So, what do you guys think about the finale of it? How it led up to Rhea versus Tiffany to have Rhea win? Tony, what'd you think?
Hey, let's pick the safe answer. We like safe. So, hey, guess what? Rhea wins. Also, for those of us who watch weekly, wait, you mean to tell me that Rhea lost the title randomly on SmackDown and she's got a chamber match coming up? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'd say the good. So I started out negative, but the good of that is we get the Snoo challenge at WrestleMania. So that part is good. If you're into Amazon Dommy Mommies, it's your time to shine.
The only way it could be better is if you made it a triple threat and add Stephanie Vauquer in there. But I'm talking, if we're talking specifically Snoo match.
Yeah, I mean, she's not an Amazonian now. She's definitely got the goon appeal. I'll give you that.
Not wrong.
Goon appeal for sure. But yeah, as far as Amazon, I thought Raquel was going to win.
Okay.
Here's why, right? Not just because she needs to win something. Her getting a title shot can put a wrinkle between her and Liv, and you can build.
Who also has a title shot.
Right, and then also it could elevate her over Finn within the Judgment Day. If you're going to give us Judgment Day, which has been around since '97,
right,
let's at least make them entertaining. But to answer your question, yeah, sure, Rhea. Wow, not excited. I'm just over the ultra predictable. Go with what's safe. Try something new. This company is creatively bereft.
He's not wrong, Joe.
I would have. Oh yeah, Joe, go ahead first before I make a comment.
No, go ahead, Nick. You got a longer spiel than I do.
Yeah, that's just the whole point. I would have liked to see something with Alexa Bliss, other than just kind of like straight up Elim. I mean, they've had her back since having her kid, and there has been zero interaction with the Wyatt Six since, other than just, I have a jacket and I'm still carrying the doll that I made. Like,
and her finisher. Don't forget her finisher.
Oh, yeah, and the Sister Abigail. But like, I want to see her fully become Sister Abigail. That she was supposed to happen until, was it injury or she got pregnant?
What is difference?
She's out for an extended period of time, and then also the unfortunate passing of Bray. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with Alexa Bliss, but do something with her.
Yeah.
Her being in Wyatt Six attire but never interacting is weird to me. Her 2 40-year-old women weirding out to be friends or not. Now maybe I don't get that because I'm not a woman, right? But just we're friends, but we're not friends. We're frenemies or we're best friends. But now I'm jealous of you eating ice cream
and crying.
I don't
but
know.
No, I'm okay.
Joe, talk to us. What do you think?
I wonder if Alexa Bliss not getting anything is actually her choice, because if she's still got if her kiddo's still little, she may not want a title because that means she's going to be on the road more. Asuka being the only veteran there at this point, I believe that is the most accurate terminology we can use for Asuka. I kind of wish they replaced her with somebody else, and trust me, I love Asuka. It's definitely a 1-2 Japanese women do fun things and kick people. But like at this point, like somebody new needs to just kind of take her spot. I'm not necessarily Io either, or because Io's out, and then I forget the Sky Pirate girl's name sometimes.
Kyrie.
Kyrie!
Kyrie, even Kyrie, I don't think we need to see Kyrie. I think like on the road to WrestleMania, maybe grab somebody from NXT or maybe even Ruka Del Sol and put her in this. Because I mean, we're in a thing where they can climb, so Ruka can definitely do some high fly maneuvers.
Oh, you
I
mean
want to see more Sol Ruka.
So Ruka, thank you.
I want to see Sol Ruka, and I want to see more from Jordan Grace as well.
So Ruka,
I think we do have something with Jordan Grace coming soon. Like that little
is
match you
Ruka
had.
Del Sol a place I go to in Final Fantasy X?
I mean,
Probably.
it's the soul of Ruka.
Okay, thank you.
But so I mean, Sol has some issues right now in NXT, which I think they're going to really address coming up soon tomorrow. I'm excited for that. That being said, yeah, I mean, the two predictable answers going in, Rhea was going to win Chamber, especially after dropping the title for the night before. Going into the next match, we'll talk about in a little bit. I was proven right, but like, you know, I definitely figured that they were going to give the title to AJ. And then I thought, you know, Cody was going to win the men's. And obviously we knew that Finn wasn't going to win.
I didn't think.
Yeah, Finn wasn't going to win the title. It was going to be Phil. Cool. So changing up the predictableness of this show, especially at the end, which we'll get to, was definitely a nice little switch. That being said, Rhea wins, predictable. Her, I mean, it's an obvious win against Jade. I do not see Jade beating Rhea at Mania.
Yeah. She's too big at this point.
too big of a character. And while I wish it was Bianca, I understand why it's not. That being said, if anybody had to do it, Rhea would be the one to do it.
Yeah. I still like what Tony said, though. Like, I would have loved to see the splitting of the Judgment Day based off of we now have two different women's championship runs potentially if Raquel wins, and then you have Liv versus Stephanie and Raquel versus Jade versus Jade, where
that would have been a great match too.
Or does Judgment Day move to SmackDown? Does it stay on Raw? Do we split up? Oh, you got a title match. I'm happy for you, but like, are you happy for me? Like this whole big thing that like could lead to more. So yeah, I would have loved to see that too. But I mean, the predictable and safe answer I think worked for this. Yeah, as much as you know, there's another option. I think this works too. Also, to give you some more insight, I kind of just took a look real quick. The reason Alexa Bliss took a hiatus after her pregnancy, along with obviously just being pregnant, her daughter is now 2. But when she was born, she was diagnosed with torticollis, which is a neck condition, which led to moderate to severe, I'm not going to pronounce that, but flat head syndrome, which meant the baby had to unfortunately wear like a helmet and everything to protect the head. So that's why Hendrix, you know, needed so much care and what led to Alexa being out for so long. So, I mean, could there be a push for her to say, hey, I want to keep working, but I only want to keep working so much because of the kid? Or is this just a wait, we're trying to find a right moment for you to do something big?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, whichever way it goes, I definitely do hope we see something with her soon.
Yes.
Love her in Charlotte, but it's time to do something different. I honestly, I think they're waiting for Mania because all the biggest changes and everything come
Mania
after
and Raw after Mania, yeah.
Yeah, so all we have to do is wait and see. That being said, leading up to Mania now, we have a new Women's Intercontinental Championship. AJ Lee beat, after shenanigans, beat Becky Lynch. Let's talk about it.
Self-inflicted shenanigans in my mind. But yeah, I was happy with it. I knew AJ was going to win. There were people who didn't think that, and we knew going into this we were getting a round 2 at Mania because it was kind of leaked for the most part. But looking at this, I mean, some people were like, "No, this is where AJ gets screwed over," and she goes, "No, that's not fair. I deserve a round 2 at Mania," and it happens, and then she wins or something. But no, I like this way better because you have the continuation of Becky hating referee Jessica Carr. You screwed me again, blah, blah, blah. Yet, ma'am, did you not use a chair while Jessica Carr was down? Did you not take the turnbuckle down, which caused the whole shit with Jessica Carr originally? So,
right.
But yeah, no, I'm happy with this win. We'll go to Tony, I guess, next.
I thought there was going to be some sort of shenanigans to stretch this out to Mania. The fact that they're in Chicago, I guess that makes sense because AJ Lee lives there, but that's not her hometown. So I
Jersey represent.
I thought that AJ was going to get the visual win, right? Like ref is knocked out, count to 100, and you can see she wins. Becky wins off shenanigans, and AJ comes back fired up, like, "No, I got screwed over. Let's do this one final time, WrestleMania." But I was online. I was listening to a different podcast, and they made this reference. I kind of agree with it. AJ Lee is definitely a part-timer. So if she were to not win now and then win at Mania, what is she going to do? She's not going to be there every week. So
true.
That makes sense as far as give her the win now.
And it builds the legacy of the belt, which is new. Well, you're building more champions on the name of the belt.
And no, I hear that, but tell me what's AJ Lee done? Between the time she had the butterfly belt to today, what's she done?
Made comic books.
Wow. So Frank Miller is our next champion?
Got to hang out with Larry. I mean, that's a pretty good life in my mind.
Oh, now I'm sad again. R.I.P. Larry.
Yes. Joe, what's your thoughts on this AJ Lee win?
I have a nickel for every time WWE pets her name Larry. I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
That's a good one.
But no, pretty much what Tony said, honestly, it's the husband and wife duo that hate each other. AJ's barely been there. I don't really think they need her to justify the belt for the Women's Intercontinental Champion. It's great that she's there. I would love her to be as full-time as her husband, but
I wonder if she's obviously now going up to Mania. Do you think she's going to show up more?
I always look at it this way. Things could be worse. It could be Ronda Rousey again. And then I'm okay with that.
I like Ronda, but yeah.
You get the hell out of this podcast.
I like her as a fighter in general.
None of us have brought up the time between Becky and AJ last time to now, and the filler, more anime filler of Maxine Dupree. That was when was I mean I'm not gonna look it up, but I know
last month, 2 months ago.
No, it was more than 2 months, my guy. See,
because AJ showed up, and
that's the trick that WWE plays on us. They just
showed
put
up
stuff on pause.
didn't interact. So I mean, all she did was show
Yeah.
up and help Maxine win. The actual match between her and Becky was WrestlePalooza. Then you had Survivor Series, and then they had a match after that, like a solo match, right?
Oh wow. Yeah, no, Tony, you're right. She won the belt off of Becky in November of 25, November 17th.
Thank you.
And then her reign lasted 48 days until she lost it.
So November
Becky
that's literally 6 months.
To January 5th.
That is a long time, and it's not just me saying it.
Yeah,
Sports Illustrated is saying it.
No, it's definitely so. You know, the whole part-time thing, which that gives the credence of her winning now, and then dropping it back to Becky at WrestleMania. Cool. That's kind of the predictable story. I wouldn't call it safe, but that's kind of the thing we're playing up now. Now, mind you, there could be a wrinkle of that match being a stipulation match, and the possibility of Jessica Carr being the ref for that match too brings up a whole bunch of different things you can do with that, because we do know the ref Jessica Carr has been wrestling under a mask and a different name.
Mm-hmm.
She might hit a move on Becky to kind of get some payback and have. I mean, something's gonna happen with that.
I'm all for more crazy shit in WWE. There's another thing I want to pitch when we get to the men's chamber breakdown, but yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, so I for one, happy and excited that AJ won, knew it was coming. Happy to have her hold a title. Hopefully she has. I would love for at least between now and Mania, 1 tops, 2 maybe, but just 1 match with somebody. Not even Becky. Hell, she can run it back with Maxine if she wants to.
Yeah,
but somebody else in
give
the
one
division.
with Natty, because Natty's been pushing for the
belt.
Yeah,
Natty. Yeah, Natty would be a very interesting match with her. So just have a match, a title match. Have a title match with somebody besides Becky to have in between now and the lead up between Mania. That's all I want. Just 1 match. You can go away for like 2 weeks after that. It's fine. But I need you to have a match in between now, Chamber, and WrestleMania in what 7 weeks now?
Oh God, put me on the spot.
So yeah,
it's in April, I think.
Yeah,
April 17 or 18, 19.
Yeah,
19, 18 and 19.
18, 19. Oh, that would have been Torquemania week, huh?
But yeah, so
If
anyway,
you build it, they will twerk.
yes. Also, yeah, it's Phil, our buddy Phil's birthday weekend.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be a fun weekend. That's gonna be a fun weekend. We're gonna have a blast.
It always is fun. I love WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, man.
I love the Rumble too when we watch it. I always love doing that.
Anytime we all get together and watch wrestling is a fun time. Especially when we have a special guest appearance by Jesse every now and then. It makes it even. So yeah, shout out to the boys, Jesse, Phil, and my ladies. Everyone who comes to watch us, watch wrestling with us, and we have a great time. And between all the gooning and all the laughter and all the cussing, it's hilarious. And the food's great too. That being said, let's hop into our next match. The before the men's chamber, we had.
Was it before them? Was it? Oh no. Okay, yeah.
Good old CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship, and again, Finn taking his old theme, coming in with it, loving it. I do the woo every time and the woo, great. But I knew good old feel.
The fact that he's fully taking over, like as Balor Club, because obviously they can't say Bullet Club.
Yeah, I knew Phil was going to do something. Didn't know it was going to take me back to 1990s with the friggin' Bulls and the announcement. But me and Tony both agree, like the dude talked way too short and started way too early.
He is the official announcer, by the way, for the Bulls.
Yeah.
They got the real guy to do it. It's just, yeah, it was way too short. I think it was just because it's one person versus the entire team. Makes sense that it's a little shorter in terms of speed, like script, but like time that beforehand.
Yeah. No, he should have he should have came out the room walking, got to midway point in the hallway or whatever, then the intro, then his music hits, bing bang boom. Yeah. But overall, something like that opening kind of goes back to earlier we talked about. I won't harp on it, but like him setting the tone for the whole show. If that was the opener,
dude,
absolutely, absolutely set the tone. Would have been great. That being said, the whole match itself was, I mean, they killed it in Belfast. They killed it here. Both of them are amazing wrestlers, and I love that we got
a little busted lip going for.
No, he kicked the shit out of Phil, bro. and there definitely were some receipts. Me and Tony talked. There
was holding my arm and kicking Finn. Yeah,
it was some receipts in this match.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
That's my thoughts. Obviously, Punk win, but I want to hear what you guys thought about the whole match itself. Let's start with Joe.
I mean, it was a solid match all the way through. They're both fantastic workers. They both do a good job. They work well with each other. Clearly, that one boot just got in when it shouldn't have, but I think Phil works. Just doesn't hold a grudge and knows that it was an accident. And like I said, they both give a very solid match against each other. They're both great on the mic. I just kind of wish it was against the Demon, but he's not going to be the Demon anytime soon at this point, which kind of is a bummer. He's not going to be Prince Devitt anytime soon because he's like full WWE. As I said, the only other problem I really got right now with these things is on the end of Finn Balor's, he is just not doing anything that sets him apart from any other wrestler at the moment. Like,
he does have Demonito, but that's specifically for AAA, I feel like.
He is just like standard WWE medium-sized wrestler at this point, and that sucks because we all know what he's capable of. He just can't do half of anything he used to do anymore. I mean, CM Punk is CM Punk. God bless that man. He is. I'm not going to say too old to do this because I think we're almost the same age. Actually, I think
he's getting. So you're trying to go the Danny Glover line of he's getting too old for this shit.
I mean, he doesn't get injured as much as some of the other wrestlers.
Which is surprising.
Well, that's because he works super safe, unlike other wrestlers who need about 18, who needs knee surgery every time there's a stiff breeze or something else.
Yeah.
Or Daniel Bryan, where he probably has to keep getting steroid cortisone shots in his neck just so he can move.
Joe coming for it hard today. Dang.
Man, if I could say
the Miz put down was proved. The man was like, we all work safe so we can continue to have this career. So, Phil's working pretty safe.
Yeah. If there's one wrestler I think that I'd save from injury, to have Big E back.
Yeah.
There is that new scientific breakthrough where there's like a procedure where you can restore the layer of cushion around your spine via a new medical treatment.
I think didn't Big E come out recently and say that no, he's officially retired?
Yeah, that was what.
He's permanently commentary at this point.
That sucks.
Commentary and advertisement. Excuse me.
Yeah. Which is a bummer.
Hey, it is what it is. I mean, honestly, if he was in, I don't realistically think there'd be anything to do with him right now, and that's really the problem.
Well, it's the whole New Day thing. It would have been more prominent.
Yeah, but they still probably would have betrayed him or wrote him
Well,
off.
yes, but like,
The point
He's gonna
would
come back
be
and do
he
what?
gets a New Day to fight old New Day.
yeah, I would love to see him become a manager at some point.
Yeah. Honestly, him managing someone like Javon would be kind of fun.
Ooh.
That
Javon
would
and
be-
Trick, the New Day.
Trick is not joining up anybody right now.
I know.
Trick is doing his thing, and I'm loving every bit of it. Speaking of Trick, and Javon, and Raheem, and Randy, and
Well, hold on, Tony. We got to get Tony's
I'm
thoughts
sorry,
on
and Tony. Yeah, my bad. I was
CM
there.
Punk.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're good. I've never been a CM Punk fan, and I'm still that way to this day. I knew this was another filler match because he's got to face Roman. What are we doing here? Match was fine. The boot to the face and the bloody mouth, that was kind of cool, and I didn't expect that kind of way. And damn that top turnbuckle, part 1.
Yeah,
Nope.
man.
And then, so then before we get into the men's rumble, or again, the men's chamber. Before we get into it, we do have one other thing that happened, which was the reveal of what's in the box.
I'm gonna let you take that one.
Yeah, we get Aldis and we get what'd you call it? Oh god, Adam Pearce cracking open the box to reveal a coffin on the inside, which opens up and you hear "You are cursed." Yes, it's Pepsi Film.
Boo! Tomato, boo!
Oh, come on. You gotta love Danhausen. Love that Danhausen.
Okay.
I think we put it best at the actual wrestling thing. Not enough people know who he is that watch the mainstream product to care about Danhausen.
Yes. His indie work and what he did give AEW, which I am not an AEW fan. I gave it a shot a little bit when it first kind of started, and when Billy Gunn and the Scissor Squad was really in their peak, but it all fell out. I stopped watching that a long time ago. But Danhausen, he's going to be another comedy character, which I enjoy. I enjoy comedy characters. They have their place. I think he's going to be like R-Truth, where I could totally see him working with R-Truth a lot, either in backstage or in the ring. Hell, dude, give me a tag team of Truthhausen.
Oh boy.
Shadow, what do you think about Danhausen joining WWE?
Look, man, I don't watch AEW. I didn't know who the hell he was. If they do something interesting with him, which, putting him and Truth together will be interesting, honestly. Long as it's interesting, we're good. But, I mean, I'm only really watching SmackDown for like 1 or 2, 3, maybe 4 of the wrestlers right now. So, I mean, it really is what it is. If something interesting comes, cool. I just don't see him doing anything prominent right now. After Mania, maybe. And
I will say he's also very good friends with Pepsi Fiend.
So, there you go. Again, I'm not an AEW guy. I ain't got no really thoughts about it. If he does something cool. Yeah, that's it.
Tony, Joe, anyone want to go first? What are your thoughts?
I already said him.
Yeah. So let me get this straight. You took Powerhouse Hobbs and you named him Royce Keys and you stuffed him in the closet.
Well, he was on Stephanie.
Well, hold on, Nick. You put your hand over your mouth and you shut your whole face. You mean to tell me we've got an entire roster of athletically gifted talent who some of them can also talk, and we're having elimination chamber housing? Get out of here. This is stupid. I'm going to tell you how this would work. If he's the host of some sort of online show, if he's just a comedy thing they do, sure. But there's so many people on the roster right now that do not get a shot. And they put 3 to 4 weeks of promotion of this mystery box. The dancers Elimination Chamber spot. I haven't seen Royce Keys since he debuted.
Other than
And we're
being on
wasting
Stephanie
time
McMahon's podcast.
housing. Nobody watches that shit. I'm not gonna spend an hour of my life listening to Steph McMahon talk. Crazy. Fuck. My time on this earth is finite. I'm not gonna waste it listening to that big chin Nepo baby.
Oh my god! Holy shit! It's a new era.
I came back on the right part of that conversation.
Disgrace housing. That's what it is. Trash housing.
I will say he
Garbage
does
housing.
good work. I've seen
Waste
videos
housing.
of him. He does good work. He can wrestle.
Sure. I can't wait to see Danhausen versus Randy Orton. I can't wait to see Danhausen versus Trick Williams. Danhausen
That
versus
latter one
Cody
may
Rhodes.
actually happen.
I could see him with Trick. That one I could see working.
Hey, here's a jar of teeth. Ha, ha. Get the fuck off my screen. Thank you for your time.
I return time back to the speaker.
Oh my god. I mean, like Boogeyman's fun. I could see a lot of different things working with this, but yeah, I get it.
You got a comment in there?
Well, I think if we've all kind of voiced our opinions and on Mr. Danhausen, I think we can move on to the men's chamber. I said it right this time. Very proud of myself.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, obviously we had some eliminations. We had a couple botches. We had there was a botch or two that I was a little actually there were two big botches. One of the two I was terrified, and then obviously the winner being Mr. Randall Keith Orton. Let's start with Shadow. Shadow, what are you thinking?
Look, man, I was hyped for it. Again, I went in thinking they'll do the predictable thing, and Cody, because the way it's been running, the way I've been watching, and from what I hear and what I see as a writer myself, the end game to me was going to end up being Cody, Drew, and 5-2 triple threat Mania. I was genuinely shocked and surprised when Randy hit that RKO literally out of nowhere and won. And so I'm excited for what's to come. I know we have a match with Drew and Cody this week, and we'll talk about that in a minute to wrap up the show. I don't see Cody getting that title back now. I do, however, see him having something, somehow, some way, something to do with that match coming up at WrestleMania. You don't have WrestleMania without Cody. Cody is the quarterback right now, whether he has a title or not. Cody's going to be somewhere, somehow involved with Mania.
When has Mania not been a triple threat for the World Heavyweight title at this point?
Do what?
You mean the
when
world
for the World Heavyweight
Universal
title? Whichever one.
Yeah. Last year it wasn't, was it?
No.
No, last year it literally was.
No, it was Cody versus who?
Last year was
Cody versus Roman versus Punk.
Last year was Cody and
it was.
John Cena.
You're right.
Cena,
it was Cody versus Cena.
Yeah, Cena beat Cody at Mania. But that being said, Chamber was great. We got a nice little wrap up to Black History Month with the three blackest men in that ring beating the hell out of Logan Paul. Love that. You had Trick.
Stolen Valor.
Well, first of all, you had Cody and Javon kicking it off. Javon's first Chamber. He even came in. I didn't notice it at first, but he came in shaking the mic, talking about I'm nervous. I love his vulnerability, his honesty. He is the future of this business, and he is showing everything he's got right now. He came in his first Chamber. He did his thing. That botch that we all cringed. Every single body in that basement that night cringed because it looked like Logan Paul almost took his neck off.
And he almost had another Big E moment.
Yeah, and that botched. I don't know what the hell the move is called, but yeah, no, I was hot. Thank God. I mean, obviously, I'm not watching the Raw right now. I'm about to when we get done. I hope Javon is okay. I haven't heard anything about it. Thank God. That being said, yeah, when Trick comes in and obviously, and I told you about this. I think I'm the only one in our group that watches NXT, like watches it. So watching
too, Tony. Okay.
Yeah, you go. So watching Javon, Trick, and Oba basically run the main event scene for the last year was an absolute gold run at NXT, and to have them all three now be in the main roster, Oba free agent status going back and forth, and to have Trick honestly dominating and ore farming all over SmackDown, and having Javon kill it at Raw. That cutter to Rio or Bravo, whoever the hell it is, Tyler Maine, whatever his name is, that out of nowhere cutter where he matched him up in the air, nothing can top that. That was an amazing set.
Look, I think it was it Bully Ray? I forget. I think it was Bully Ray on a podcast came out and said, look, give it 10, 15 years from now, you're going to see all this new generation of people who are trying to be wrestlers, trying to come up into the WWE, and they're all going to be like Javon Evans. He is going to be the new format for wrestlers. Look, it started with like Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio. Then we got back into the powerhouses. Now we're back with Javon Evans. It's going to be nuts.
Man, no, I definitely agree. Like I said, he's the future. Him, Trick, and Oba being in the main roster right now, and him and Trick being in the chamber. Again, all leading up to that moment where Logan gets beat down by all three of them. That being said, we knew what Logan's role was in this match, because it wasn't supposed to be Logan.
Just doing what they were supposed to do.
Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be Jay. It's supposed to be Bronson Reed. And realistically, really, it's supposed to be Braun Breaker, but that's neither here nor there. Logan's role in this, despite how much we hate him, was to get the same elimination that Bronson would have got, and then be taken out by, drum roll please, the masked man. Who was it?
Seth
Franklin
freaking Rollins. Wait, no, who's that guy? We don't recognize that guy. He's in a man bun. And then there was a second masked man.
Yeah, so I mean, we saw that coming. That part was predictable. Great. LA Knight, I love you, dog. But bro, he is going through it right now.
I feel bad for him. I love him too.
If we could just get rid of the top rope, LA Knight can get over.
Look, 9 out of 10 times he has landed that. That is like, I think the first time I've seen him fail that move. Maybe second time. I'll give him a one other time where he's failed it. But that was a long time ago. Am I right?
I agree.
He screwed up his suplex he does where he jumps up to the top rope.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, his foot slipped on the top rope.
How about this? If you struggle with a certain part of the ring, change your move set.
Or go to a different area of the ring to do it.
Why does he need to bounce off of stuff? He's not even that kind of character. He's kind of like a Stone Cold Rock Macho Man type character.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Why does he need to be on the top rope so much when he doesn't do well so often? And I only say that because he's under the microscope. Yes. Be it from all of us as fans or Triple H as his boss, his micromanaging boss, who will force him to sit down and tell him it's a new era.
Well, that his face when in the episode Unreal where Triple H is talking to him about a botch at like a PLE, something like that, you can just see
he needs a hug.
he is going through it right
Yeah,
now.
everybody's been there. Everybody's had a boss at work at some point where you're doing everything you can to do your job well. And that micromanaging boss is like, oh, well, I mean, if this is
This
the best
was
you
the
can do,
start.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean, I love LA Knight. I think he has nothing but over at this point already. It's time to give him something. I know he's already been US champ. I mean, I could see him taking on the Intercontinental at some point, but I just don't know if that's the move to put him up against Dom. I think that's just overkill at that point because I think he's already had a feud with Dom. Am I right?
Probably. Well, Dom doesn't defend
Somebody
his
needs to go
title.
against Dom.
Right.
Love Dom, but it's time to get.
He's there every week, and I've heard like amazing stories about LA Knight. I've heard a story. I think it was maybe it was last PLE or something. He was just there's a guy that went out to go to the gas station, fill up the car and pick up snacks before heading hours back to his house with his family, and there's LA Knight on his own, no security, nothing, just there picking up a couple snacks for the road. And this guy's brother ran up and he's like the biggest LA Knight fan and was like, oh my God, man, I love you. Like, you're awesome. Literally gave the kid his tank top off of his back and just said like, no, here you go, man. This is for you. Like, I think he's got it. It's a matter of just pushing him the right way.
Uh-huh. Agree. Joe, what do you think about LA Knight right now?
Joseph?
Joe, you there?
Yeah, sorry. It was a good one in the grand scheme of things. I enjoyed it, but I think we've had better elimination chambers. We've also certainly had worse. Randy Orton was a bigger surprise, but then again, most Manias these days are triple threat matches for the final night, so I'm not too shocked about that because.
What's your take on just overall like LA Knight as a whole? Like, how where do you see him right now? Where do you see him
I don't know what this company has against that man outside of making him Slim Jim, the new Macho Man Slim Jim advertisement dude, but like they just do not want to put a belt on that man for some bizarre reason. Like, wasn't he hailed as like the new Stone Cold at one point?
Basically, yeah, he's
so
Rock,
why are we
Cold,
not giving him a belt?
Randy.
He's got good mic skills. He's good in the ring. He has good matches with just about everybody. He knows how to put people over. He knows how to get over. Like, it befuddles me that he does not have a belt of some way, shape, or form. Not necessarily the world title, an IC title, Intercontinental title. Bring back the European
that's
title.
What we were
just
saying.
give it to him at this point.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Is I'd love to see him get the IC title at some point. He's already obviously had the US title, so.
Give him the U.S. title back. Just put a belt on the man. I mean, I don't think that's going to hurt the company. If anything, it's just going to say, hey, we have faith in him. It's almost like they're saying, it's like, we don't have any faith in you beyond advertising Slim Jim.
And TurboTax now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's him, Penta, and Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah. If they do put a belt on him, it's
What an odd
definitely
pairing.
going to be the IC. I just hope something happens soon. LA Knight's got it. It's there. And something has to come soon. Again, this all might be leading up to Romania or after Mania. That being said, let's talk about the finish because, oh boy. So, everyone's out, and the last two in, Cody and Randy. We've already had the big spectacle of Seth returning, and is that going to be the only interruption? Nah.
Nope.
Because before Randy and freaking Cody could even square off, who comes
I have
on?
to come in and screw the match.
who comes on in? Good old Drew. And well, I mean, we all saw what happened.
I prayed for this and it happened.
But I'm also loving how they're doing it because Drew is doing everything in his power to not go against Cody again because he knows in a straight fight he can't beat Cody. That's why you have to do the whole 3 levels of hell and all that stuff. And then obviously you threw in Jacob. That being said, for them to pivot and go just straight left field, you have Cody and Randy tag team for a little bit against Drew. Both of them hit their finishers, take him out. And then Randy's like, yeah, fuck you guys. I'm taking it. And hits that RKO on Cody. My reaction was 100% genuine. I was like, yo, wait, what? Oh, my. I was so excited because, one, while I love Cody, and that would have been the most predictable thing, I'm so happy that the possibility of putting a belt back on Randy freaking Orton.
Give him number 15, man.
Number 15. Getting him closer. He ain't got to get 17, but getting that man closer.
I think also this was his, I could be wrong on the number. It's close. This PLE was his 190, I want to say 8. I could be wrong. But I'd love to see him get to 200. He'd be the first person ever to have 200 PLEs under his belt.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's all leading up to, which I don't think it's coming soon, but I do believe we're kind of in the final stretch with Randy.
Yeah.
You know, that being said, putting 15 on him, having him hold it for a solid bit too, like for the rest of the year up until next Mania will be great. That being said, I was super excited to see Randy win. I'm excited to see what they're going to do, whether it's Randy and Drew at Mania or whether it's Randy and Cody. I'm excited for anything that have to do with Randy at Mania. I'm here for it.
Now, here's my question for y'all before we get into my thoughts on the finish and what it leads to in the future. Do you think we see Cody or Randy turn heel again first? Who do you think goes heel first?
Sorry.
Why not both? They're just two different types of heels.
True. I obviously like Randy's been not pitching, but like he's been leading up to, he's been teasing, he's been edging us all with the punt for years now, at least a year, if not longer. But obviously, with everything with Kevin Owens and everything, it was going to lead up to that. Obviously, Kevin's unfortunate injury put that on hold. But like Aleister Black, he had a feud with him already. Obviously, that's over. But no, Aleister's like, it's not? Okay, I thought it was because Randy already won. But like,
no, Randy lost.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, Randy lost because of Drew.
Right.
And
but
so
like,
that's gonna be
hey, Randy, hear those voices again. Hear those voices. I'd love for like me personally, this is my pitch going forward because obviously what we saw at the end of the Chamber, we have Drew coming in and screwing over Cody, and try or Randy or both of them just trying to do something, and with Randy now winning, but then all this coming out and causing this whole big scene, and we see him go fucking nuts. We haven't seen him this bad since he was actually wrestling. He put up a match for this coming Friday, Cody versus Drew, because Drew just loves to stick his nose in everything. Now, for the fans that I've seen online discussing, hey, well, doesn't this go against the contract that you yourself and Drew signed saying that Cody's not allowed to have a rematch in these 3 stages? I think no, that's a loophole because Cody's not the one asking for a rematch. The specific phrase that Drew said was, there will be no rematch. you have to start from the bottom and work your way up again, which Cody has. He went into Elimination Chamber and lost. So he's working his way up. But with Aldis being the one to make the match and not Cody, I feel like that, is the loophole in the contract. And here's my pitch. You have Cody win on Friday. If you have Cody win on Friday, you finally get the best friend match of Cody versus Randy at Mania, which is huge. You don't have to do a triple threat because everybody's saying, oh, you're going to get Drew interference. You're going to get Jacob Fatu interference. Make it a triple threat. Make it a fatal four-way. No, you just make it Cody versus Randy. Hell, make it a fucking Hell in a Cell or a steel cage match so that way there is no interference. Something. But you put the two of them up against each other, and that's where you give Randy the moment where he snaps, he listens to the voices, and he punts his best friend and becomes the new champion. And then for Drew, you screwed me, Aldis. What are you doing? We have, for the first time in God knows how long, a GM, Nick Aldis, lace him back up and go up against Drew at Mania. That's my pitch.
The only problem I have with that is it seems both GMs are going to have a match at Mania at this point.
Who's Pierce going to have a match against?
Isn't
Somebody
Pierce
from
fighting
Vision.
with or is
Vision?
Nick Aldis fighting with also Steiner?
Oh, well, Braun Breaker's got a hernia, so who knows when he's coming back? There's talks that he might be back in time for Mania, but better
Say
safe
too
than
much
sorry.
noise,
It's
but
a
the first show
major.
was-
They said it was a very serious hernia, so that would be Pierce.
Okay, so they had to pivot Pierce over to.
Just
Either-
being a GM in my mind.
Either Theory or Vision or
Logan.
Logan. I don't see because that's
They're
that's
not
the
as
whole
big.
that's the whole Seth thing. Seth's going to end up taking on, which I hate it, but it's
Logan.
going to end up being Seth and Paul at the friggin' Mania instead of Seth and Breaker. That being
Unless for
said,
some God knows like miraculous, this man is a genetic god and his hernia surgery is all healed. Like I think it was Devon was on a podcast and he said that I had a hernia before a big match and I was out for I think he said 3 months or so, maybe longer. And he goes, now surgery wise, the hernia surgery is completely different now. It's not even they don't even cut you open. It's a microscopic, they go in. So there's a way to handle it differently. I don't know if this man is a genetic freak enough to heal before Mania, but never say never.
yeah, no, definitely the injuries made a lot of pivoting from the last now to Mania, but it's honestly worked out for the best if you really think about it, because we were kind of going into a very, very predictable. I mean, obviously Roman winning the Rumble was kind of predictable, kind of not, but we were going into a very predictable Mania. So having the injuries, which sucks, sorry for the guys, but having those happen and tossing up the plans made for something new and something that could be a lot more interesting, because we have 7 weeks, starting from tonight, 7 weeks to get to Mania, and who knows what could happen in that time.
Tony, what do you think about this? We didn't really
Yeah.
get much of your opinion on the finish and where this leads.
So I will say that it is a sad time in WWE for us to believe that Randy Orton winning is a shock. Secondly,
Agreed.
the finish where Randy hits the RKO immediately. I love it. That's Randy Orton's character, Apex Predator. He's always saying, he's a snake, and I'll do anything to get the belt, etc. That's good. Drew interfering, I think, is good. Them making the match for Cody to get a title shot this Friday, where he will absolutely win. I don't like it. We've had Cody.
Do you think he wins on Friday?
Without a doubt. If Rhea Ripley won, they wanted Cody to win, but they didn't do it so they could say, gotcha. You thought we were going to pick Cody, but we got Randy. You never saw that coming. I never saw the 14 timer get another title shot. Yeah, you're right. Never could have put that together.
I mean, I thought other than Randy, because Randy was my pick for who was gonna win. I that walking into this and was like, yeah, I know exactly who it is. But number 2, I was thinking LA. I thought they were gonna push LA finally. I don't know. I'm taking the copium.
And I appreciate that because I'm an LA Knight fan myself. Yeah. But I've watched this company put LA Knight's flame out multiple times. They made the man be Max Dupree.
I was going to say, one more loss, he could go back to being Max Dupree.
Look, I mean, do you think he goes to Money in the Bank for the 4th time, and do you think he finally wins it?
The internet thinks that he's going to win Money in the Bank. At this point, I think he's only going to receive a paycheck. It's like when you go to your job, right? And your job is normally to enter data. And they're like, hey, man, you think you could clean up this corner right here? We just had an office party and nobody else is going to be able to get it. And you're like, no, I'll be a good team player. I'll clean it up. That's what LA
Knight is the new Tyler Breeze?
No, because they gave Tyler Breeze stuff to do. He and Dango were very creative every week, even though they had nothing. We get the same thing out of LA Knight, and it's like either LA Knight unfortunately botches something, or there's so much like hex on him that no matter what happens, he can't seem to move out of this position he's in.
Where do you think the hex started? Because I have a pinpoint, I think, in my mind.
Danhausen.
No,
it started when he was Max Dupree, but it really got a spotlight when Seth Rollins faked an injury for the Unreal TV show or whatever.
I thought he was bigger before that.
He was, but they've not been doing anything with him, and him beating Seth
would
have elevated.
No, I think the hex started when his last match, or Bray Wyatt's last match, was against LA Knight. I think that was the hex starting. Like ever since then, he's huge, but like he has never been pushed.
Yeah, but he didn't. It's not like he killed Bray Wyatt.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that it's just unfortunate timing that, like, ever since that match, he has been stagnant.
Yeah.
I mean, you won the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Had a good run. Then once Fatu came in, we already knew that was coming.
Yeah. That was.
If anything,
I like Fatu. It's just, I feel like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate that they're trying to do more and 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 more of the, it's the bloodline. But like, guys, it's a new era of the bloodline. We have nothing but Samoans in our company. Like, I want to see some different people in general, not just LA Knight, but like, give me LA Knight at least once.
Something is coming for LA. I think at this point, it's just a big old waiting game. Whether it's before Mania or after, something is coming, and if not, then it's up to him whether he wants to stay or leave.
I hope he stays.
That being said, I mean, again, we have 7 weeks, guys. 7 weeks, and we're gonna do this again like we did last year. We're gonna do this right before Mania. Just talk about everything that's happened leading up to it. Give our general thoughts on what we think is gonna happen, and then we'll watch it and we'll come back afterwards like we did last year. So, We're gonna save all of our predictions for next time, and we'll end it now with basically just giving our general rating, flat rating for the whole show of Elimination Chamber. Let's kick it off with Joe. If you give it something out of 10, what would you give it?
B minus.
Who?
A B minus, he
B
said.
minus. So a 6.
So 6. Okay, I'll take that. Tony, how about you, buddy?
I'm gonna give it a 5, and I'm being generous. That show was average at best.
All right, Nick, talk to me.
Oh, this is tough. I don't know. I'm not big on rating, but I'll try to give something. I don't know. I might be stretching it here, but like a 6.8, maybe up to close to a 7. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I'm also one of the few people who knows Danhausen's work, and I enjoy
No, I know
it.
Danhausen's work, but it's still a 5. It's still a 6.
Yeah. I mean, I like Danhausen's work. I know that he can work, and I like Danhausen. He was one of the 2 people who I thought it was going to be in the box, so that wasn't like a oh boo kind of moment for me. I enjoyed it, but overall, like I mean, it was a decent. It wasn't like Mania. It wasn't like the Rumble. The Rumble was fun. I had a really good time watching the Rumble. This was fun, but just I don't know. So yeah, so it's 6 point. What did I say? 8, 6.7.
I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a 7. Again, that's being generous. I enjoyed it overall. New Rhea was coming, new AJ was coming, new Punk was gonna win. Those being predictable did not change the fact that they actually all put on a hell of a show. Could they have done better? I mean, obviously, the men's. Everybody in there except for Logan Paul, I thoroughly enjoyed and knew they were going to put in work. Again, having Randy win, shock or not, I enjoyed that because it was something different and it gives us possibilities for something different in the future. So I'm going to be the optimist. I'm going to go ahead and just give it that 7. That being said, I have definitely seen better chambers in my, four years being back watching the product. So
was it 2 years ago we got at the end of Chamber Punk announced? Was it
no?
2?
That was Survivor Series.
Oh yeah. It was War Games.
Yeah. That was War Games. That being said, I mean, like, good show all around. I just enjoy being hanging out with you guys, and in my current predicament, just being able to be there and hang out and chill, talk, and just have a good time. That made it on that itself made it get to a 7 in its entirety. Yeah, man. Chamber was decent. Let's hope and pray that WrestleMania 42
41.
now, right?
42, yeah. 42 back in Vegas.
Back from Vegas. Let us hope
and pray. It's better than next year. I'll give it that.
That we do something fun and interesting with what is to come for this WrestleMania. And that being said, that's a wrap for the night. We'll start with Joe. We'll go around to Nick, and I want to talk to you guys and tell where they can find you, what other shows you're on, and what you're working on. We'll start with Joe.
You can find me on TikTok, Once in a Blue Moon at Showa Joe. You can find me on Instagram at Joe Italian last name. You can find me over on the Get Big podcast with Tafari from Tafari TV. Shout out to him because it's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Tafari!
Happy birthday.
31 cycles around the sun, and now he's in Now he's in Florida. God help that. Went from Texas to Florida. I'd say that's a lateral move.
Yeah.
And also we're all part of the Blurred Station. I am a DEI hire for that company. That's a bad thing now.
I'm not touching that one.
Oh boy.
Jack wanted to show you knew this was coming. And then you can also find me on my own podcast, which I really need to record an episode either later tonight or tomorrow at some point, of Laser Print, which it's a comic book podcast, which I decided to make because the Laser Time community, which is one of my favorite podcast networks, needs a comic book show because they can't do Cape Crisis anymore for legal reasons. But I'm not bound by that, so I'm doing it. It's
Hooray.
been blessed and shouted out by two hosts from the Laser Time Network. So I'm officially unofficial.
Nice. Well, good luck with that.
And then next week, I'm starting up a stream for Monster Hunter Stories.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. Tony?
Tony, where are we finding you?
Mind Blown FX on everything. You know, if you like cosplay, if you like to see what I do, if you want to get your wrestling fix, check me out at Rich Black, Rich Black Enterprises on Instagram. Check out Music City Pro Wrestling on YouTube, and you can hear some commentary I've done on a couple shows. Yeah, that's me. That's where I'm at.
Oh yeah. And as always, I am Casually Cosplaying, aka Nick. You can find me on pretty much all social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I'm not calling it X. As Casually Cosplaying, look it up. Same logo, that little guy right there. And then other than following me there, working on a couple cosplays, specifically also big thing for Dragon Con, really trying to push to make sure I got everything squared away for that, as well as fingers crossed, hopefully my first Ren Fair this year. Which I'll talk to you about that, Shadow, afterwards. Hopefully we can figure something out. I want to go. But also be sure to follow here on Shadow Creatives Entertainment on YouTube and Twitch. As always, Shadow and I are running the Under the Mask podcast. Hopefully we'll get some new stuff coming up soon. I know we had some plans, but let's just say snow and ice are a bitch. So thanks for that, weather.
Friggin' Mother Nature. Well, that's a great.
Been postponed for some for some plans, but they will be coming.
Yeah. What better way to segue in, right? Shadow King doing all the things. I have time now to do those things. So until I get another job, I am currently trying to get everything done and set up. That being said, like he said, Shadow Creatives Entertainment right here, or Shadow Creatives TV is where you can find all video-related media. You can also find some of my more spicier work, Shadow After Dark. Just hit the links on the other bios to find where that goes. Shadow King Cosplay, working on at least, God, if I can just get them 2 cosplays to debut this year. I can't do no more, can't do no more less. I'm trying to just do 2. And I have a brand new project that I am debuting at GalaxyCon. I hope and pray that it goes well, because that means a lot of money coming in. Shout out to my super babes. If you want to know more about that, well, stay tuned. That being said, this has been Under the Mask. Thank you all again for being here tonight on the wrestling edition of Under the Mask. You can follow us here. All the links for all my friends will be in the description box below. And that's it, man. Usually it's meant to power protect you and all that stuff, but I think we should do something for wrestling. So
it's a new era.
It's a new era of Under the Mask. We'll do a wrestling talk in Blue Moon before big events. But join us every time we do. We'll talk about it, and you'll find us yeeting. Yeah, I mean, peace. I don't know. We're gonna come up. We're gonna workshop that, and then we're gonna figure out a better ending. But that is it. Have a great night, guys. Be safe.